IP diced carrot courgette topping.
These are the ingredients for the Instapot carrot zucchini stew.
Welcome to Vegan Kiwis to Pistachio.
So we have one yellow zucchini, we have 2 green zucchinis, these are Mexican green zucchinis, we have 2 carrots, 1 lemon, we need vinegar, wine vinegar, ancient pink Himalayan sea salt, 3 bell peppers, 1 large onion, 1 teaspoon of sugar, celery salt, and this is a combination of split peas, a little bit of carrots, and celery. That will be all placed into the Instapot for up to 8 minutes. The first step is to peel the squash. Now, this is not a bad one. We're just going to take some of the marks off. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it like little roads. So it'll be a decorative. There'll be like a little strip on each of them. So when you get a bite, you'll have these little green stripes. These have already been washed. Now, the reason why we're peeling the yellow one because it's a little old. So you have all these marks on it. Nobody wants to see that in their food. So we're just going to peel that off, and then this will be diced. I'm going to just chop off the ends off, especially where the gourd's at. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to cut them in 1/4 of an inch cuts, and then we're going to dice these. So once you have these almost all diced, then you put them in a container, and they're going to go on top of the onions. It's going to be a different meal. Instead of the zucchini being the center of the meal, all of the vegetables are the center. That's why these are being cut into bite-sized pieces. Okay, once that's done, just put it away. And take the lid off of this pot, hook it up to power, so it looks like it's easily be 5 cups. After that, we get the onion, because that's the first compartment for the IP. Peel this off so we don't cry when we do this. We're going to take our onion with it, and that's going to help a little bit. Alright, so next, it's just a matter of making slivers. You're using a sharp knife like I am, you kind of have to pay attention to where your fingers are at. If you're now worried, you can curl them in. You can see that on TV. A lot of the really good chefs, they curl their fingers in. And they're in a lot more stressful situation than I am right now in my kitchen. When it's this small, they almost vanish in the Instapot, which is fine because it's going to add a lot of flavor to the meal. Pick it up like this. Let me pick it all up. Now I'll show you, this makes a really good bottom piece for the stew. See, it's completely, so that's why you don't need any oil. Okay, the next part goes to 5 cups of zucchinis. Is peeling the carrots. First we're going to take the ends off. We're going to just peel them in here. And same as everything else, this was washed earlier. These are organic carrots purchased at Sam's Club. I'm going to cut these small too. I'm cutting it about 1/4 inch, but then I'm going to be cutting the carrots on top of that and dicing them some more. So everything here in this entire meal is going to be diced. And once that's done, I'm going to cheat and I'm just going to do this. Try not to get any on the floor because the dogs are eating my carrots. And we're just going to lay the carrots on top of the zucchinis. It's going to add a lot of color to it. Next is going to be the bell peppers. Take one of our bell peppers, we chop the top off. Take our fingers and twist. And that's how we get that one out. We'll clean it in a minute. Here we just separate them from the top. red bell pepper to get really more color. I decided to add to that a yellow one. Take that apart. And an orange one. Okay, now we're going to just rinse these out in the sink. First get these. They've already been cleaned. All we're doing is getting the little seeds out. And then we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to chop this small. You can cut them a 1/4 inch. I've been trying to keep everything at a 1/4 inch. Sometimes the pieces are a little bit off. Just do the best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll show you the yellow when I'm finished. What it looks like. And it's the orange. We're going to put 1.5 cups of water, just regular normal water. And here, so this is 1 teaspoon of sugar in the raw. And we're just going to sprinkle it on. What we have left to do is the lemon, and we have the celery salt, the Himalayan sea salt, the wine vinegar, and the Prego Italian sauce, which we're going to put on next. So we're going to use none of this because it's damaged. It's got mold in it. See right there? And that happens sometimes when you buy these bigger containers. And so it's not safe to use. When that happens, you don't play around with it. You don't say, oh, I can work around it. You throw it away. You've heard about those people in trouble because they ate just normal, ordinary salad. Well, you don't want to do it to yourself. Okay, so what we're going to use instead is low sodium V8. This is 5.5 fluid ounces. We pour it in here. And get my measuring spoons. You need 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt. So this is it. And here it goes on top. 1/2 teaspoon of celery salt. There. That's all the salt there is for that entire dish. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not. Next you need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. This would be a good time to do that video I've been given to do by Scott. Do the lemon juice, the lemons for leukemia. Okay, so we're going to squeeze this in, and this is get our 1/4 day, trying to hurry up. The dogs want their treats, and here I am cooking, emulating someone who's just come home, and all they want to do is feed their family this delicious meal I'm preparing. Now we have to get the wine vinegar. 2 tablespoons of wine vinegar, which is useful after you finish the lemon. So we're just going to do that over the top. Probably not a good idea, because what happens if you pour too much, you know? There's 1. There's 2. Okay, the last thing you need to do is you need to add a clove of garlic. You can see those little white things, that's the garlic. The next step we do is we put the lid on. 5 minutes to get to even start the 1 minute cycle. So that's 5 minutes, and then we're going to let it vent for 3 more minutes after that. That'll be 8 minutes, and that's all we need for this meal. Then you have to fast vent it and get it off. Manual, negative sign, 1 minute. Should start in a few seconds. Okay, now it's starting. Alright, so I'll see you at the end of the 1 minute. So we have to make sure this goes to ceiling, and that's it for right now. Okay, so it's been past 3 minutes. We're not going to leave it in the pot to vent for another 10 minutes, otherwise what we're going to get is mush. We're going to do something called fast venting. So you see? We're going to push this down, and you can't see it, but it's coming right off of the towel, the steam. see the back? Okay, I don't know if you can still see it. So you have to empty the pot of steam before the lid lock will drop. So we're almost at the end of the pot. Now it's going to open. You can hear the music. Now you pick up the lid, you let it drain on the inside. And you see, you put the lid in a safe place, like that. See how beautiful it looks? You have the red and the orange peppers just showing on the top. So now, since you have it, now mix it all together. Because you had a lot of onion on the bottom. And you don't want to give somebody a huge spoonful of onion. You want to mix it. So this is what the beauty of this dish is. It's beautiful, it's small, it's easy. Now we're gonna pull it out of here and let it cool. That's the dishwasher, that strange noise in the background. Alright, so I'm going to do both of them so you can see me as I pull it out. You have to get an oven mitt. It's going to be way too hot to pick up with your hands. It's got a really delicious sweet aroma. That's the dishwasher complaining. Turn me back on! Yes, my appliances talk. Just like my dogs. You can see I got the lid, I got the oven mitt, and slowly pour it into the cooling pot, or in this case a huge container where I'm going to have this cooling. You don't want to do much scraping of this, not with a metal utensil, because you will scratch it, and I have scratched mine. I'm just going to put it back in. That was a little rough. Unplug it. So this is definitely, can be a soup. You could actually put this in a blender and liquefy it. But that's not this video. Well, you don't ever want to say this on TV, especially not on video. But we're out of freezer bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to store it in this huge container, and I'm going to leave it in my refrigerator overnight. And tomorrow I'll stop by Sam's Club and I will take care of that problem. Okay, so now that this is finally cool, what we're going to do is we're going to store it in the plastic bags. So we're going to put the 2 scoops in each bag, and then we're going to also pour the juice in there. Okay. I'll save some for tonight's dinner. Let's see. Let's see how much that's left. Remove all the air out. And all there's left to do is to mark them. We actually got more like 4 bags, but what I did is I condensed it in 2 bags because I'm going to make a different dinner with them. Thank you for watching.
If you like this channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.